She's got my life story. She was 30. She had went to school to be a school teacher. She had 2 children like me. She was an only child like me, but there was one difference between her rape and mine. The man had killed her. I had lived, and that's when I realized I had to come back together up here.
My wife died in 96. Depression just wrapped all around me, and it was really a scary situation for me because most of the people that I knew were either drinking or using or partying, and I didn't want a part of that environment anymore. I totally just left one day with the clothes on my back, everything there, I left.
I have 3 wonderful children. I probably would go on and on about them. I mean, they're just my pride and joy. I must admit they're the best thing that ever happened to me. When I was at the Postal Service, I was able to buy them shoes. I was able to give them money. I was able to take care of the bills. I was able to do the things that a father's needed for them. Then all that's lost.
After my rape, I kind of went through a nervous breakdown because of the time I lost off of work, I lost my job. And then that's when an eviction notice hit me and I went to a shelter. That's how I ended up on the streets. I wasn't even communicating with my family after that.
It's a lot easier to shake a cup than it is to try to sell a product. And yet every day, approximately 200 men and women make the effort to budget their money, come to our office, buy a product from us, and then resell it to their customers. These are men and women who want a job.
I met a guy on a train, and he was a StreetWise vendor. He was on his way actually to the StreetWise office. He gave me a flyer, told me to go to StreetWise, so I went there. I believe it was the next day, and I started the training and immediately went out and sold StreetWise that next day.
My first 2 days at StreetWise, I made $235. I got a hotel room within the first 7 days of working for StreetWise. And I worked and I stayed in a hotel for about 6 weeks. I had banked enough money to put a deposit down to get into an apartment.
Last year, I ran for vendor representative for the StreetWise organization because they need a positive voice to communicate with the board of directors. To say that these people trust me to do this job, I mean, that makes me feel good.
StreetWise was a rock that definitely could give you an opportunity. People can literally find a StreetWise vendor who can actually fit their business. And that's exactly what happened with me.
It's more than a job, they family to me, and they have been very supportive of me.
It's a humbling experience to have any impact on another human being coming from where I'm coming from.
That's why we exist. It's why we've done it for 20 years, and hopefully we'll do it for 20 more.
StreetWise has helped me in every area of my life, every area, literally.